Hello, my name is Alex Easter, and today I will be interviewing my grandfather, Dane Lanier, a Vietnam War veteran. So the first question I have for you is, where and when were you born?
Right here in Davidson County, Lexington, North Carolina, all my life.
And when?
December the 8th, 1946.
Okay. What were you doing before the Vietnam War?
I just graduated high school and was working at public work here in town, and that's when the draft was really getting strong due to the war. They were drafting a lot of people, so I decided to join the Air Force.
How did the life experiences you had during the Vietnam War affect your life?
Well, it made me, I guess, appreciate more my fellow man and my brothers, so to speak. Any kind of friends that you have, you develop a lot of friends when you're in service, because you have each other's back, and you depend on each other, especially in the battlefield. So it made me appreciate mankind and people and friends more than I did before that.
Okay. What are some life lessons you learned from the Vietnam War?
Well, again, I guess it's basically probably the same thing I really just said. It made me appreciate more the friends that you have, and the people that you work with, whether it's in war or whether you out in public life or anything. It's just the appreciation of having people around that you can depend on, and know that they always have your back or whatever. It's just that kind of friendship and relationships that you have.
All right. What message would you like to leave for future generations that didn't experience this historical event directly?
Well, it depends on the situation. The Vietnam War was not popular for a lot of people, but there was some good things that came from the war. An example that I can give you is when we had time off there, we would always attend. There was an orphanage right outside of the air base where we worked. There was an orphanage there that had a bunch of orphan kids, and we would go to our grocery store or VX, so to speak, and pick up candy and things like that and deliver that to the kids there. And they would you drive in with the Jeep and they just surround that thing, and we would toss candy out to them and things like that. It was really nice to be able to do something like that for the people there.
Okay. Is there anything you feel that we haven't discussed that should be added to this interview?
When we first arrived in country there, our living conditions were not very good compared to what they were in the States. We didn't have any. It's kind of like when I was raised or when I was young. We didn't have any indoor plumbing, so to speak. It was different. When we took a shower, we had a 55-gallon drum that was full of water that was just heated by the sun. Now this is just when we first got there. We've done a lot of work while we were there and did things different and got better facilities for us. We were there mostly for support team for the South Korean Army and the Australian Army. So they were just below us where we were at. We were kind of in the back corner of the base, away from the main population of the base, which was down there. The conditions were a whole lot better, but it got better as we were there, so we made it anyway.
Do you have any fond memories of the Vietnam War?
Oh, that's just the friendship that you develop. That's easy. Friendship that you develop with your fellow soldiers and comrades. But again, I know I've said this many times, but it's just somebody that you know would always have your back. And I've been in touch with a few of them since I've been out or since I've been back. But it's mainly just the friendship and all the friends and everything that you develop while you're there side by side in the battlefield.
How is the public perception of the war on the home front compared to that of like how y'all perceive the war?
It was not very good at home. People seemed to think that we were there just to massacre civilians, children, things like that. So it was not perceived well at home. But anytime you're in the military, the president is a commander-in-chief, and you have commanders and people that run the show, so to speak, and you follow orders, you do what they ask. It was a good experience, and I wouldn't take nothing from my time in service. It teaches you a lot of life lessons, and we were there for a purpose, and we felt like we achieved that purpose while we were there.
Well, that's good. That's all the questions I have. Thank you very much for participating in this interview. That's it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.